Konnichiwa, y'all, and welcome to another 10 at 10 show. We've got the 10 at 10 for February 17th of 2026. We got a banger lineup here today.
We sure do. I'm Tim Nichols, and this is my brother Matt. We do over 1,000 varieties of Japanese maples. We mail order ship them from MrMaple.com. And guys, starting out today, we got Acer Palmatum Koyuki.
Koyuki is a really fun one, guys. This is an introduction of a reticulated Japanese maple with a particularly snowflake-shaped leaf. I think you're gonna love the originality of the leaf this one has. It absolutely is very unique. Now the leaf, the name actually means snowflake, so you kind of get that interesting snowflake-like design. Makes a perfect palette for that interesting reticulation.
Yeah, this tree was, you may have heard us talk about Fred Hooks, who introduced Snow Kitten. This was actually found and introduced by Fred through his brother. His brother's actually the one who actually found it. The thing on this thing is just has some really strong veining on it, and the leaf shape is more divided, having a very intricate leaf. I mean, this is an amazing tree, getting 6 to 8 foot in 10 years. Upright with a slightly semi-pendulous habit. You get yellows and oranges in the fall.
Big foliage of this, really unique. Hey, before we go any further, we gotta let them know. Guys, we got an open house coming out April 11th. It's gonna be absolutely amazing here in person. You're gonna wanna be here for the spring fling this year. It's gonna be a lot of fun trees. Hopefully in leaf, we should be in leaf by then as well. Typically we're 2 weeks in leaf then, so it should be a perfect time to see the spring color here at Mr. Maple. We're gonna be open from 8 to 4 that day. That's April 11th. Mark your calendars now, make plans to be in Western North Carolina for that one. It's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, it's always an awesome time to have you here. We always shoot our top fives. So if you have a top 5 list and you'd like to shoot a top 5 to be featured here on the Mr. Maple Show, we'd love to have you. Find us that day or email us ahead of time. Let us know that you want to shoot it. We'll make sure that we plan a time to be able to shoot that with you. You'll see us going around with cameras, shooting interviews with people and top 5s. Guys, we'd love to have you in a top 5 if you hadn't been before. And if you have, we'd love to have you in another one. You know, you can see how your top 5 lists changed, or you can do your top 5 Japonicums, top 5 reticulated. Get creative. We'd love to have you on our show.
You don't even have to be a celebrity to do that. You don't have to be a celebrity. If you are a celebrity, come let us know. We'll put you in it. But it's not required to be a celebrity. Come see us April 11th. All right, guys, we're coming back with the Master of Dragons. These are beautifully grown. It's the Dragon Master, the Weeping Ryusen. This is my favorite yellow weeper. Similar to Ryusen, big foliage. Got a little bit more of a orange dream type color to this one. I do think it holds its color a little better than orange dream. You get some oranges in that early spring, yellows emerged after that, big leaf to it. Absolutely my favorite weeping yellow.
Yeah, I mean, the oranges in the spring when this comes out are amazing. And Dragon Master has that extremely cascading habit that we love about Ryusen and many of our trees in our Pendulous Treasures collection here at Mr. Maple. It has that strong arching habit, so you know what this tree is going to do, and it's easy to shape and to train.
Don't shame it.
Shape and train in unique ways.
Dude, I said.
Taking this up to 6 foot and then let it cascade down is going to have a very dramatic effect. Makes a great container plant as well. If you want to, you can just let this tree sort of cascade down low and have like this really unique ground cover as well. There's so many fun ways to grow this style, including hanging baskets, where we have a whole video on our channel on how to train this style Japanese maple and grow it in a hanging basket. So check that out.
Why don't you put on more lateral branches like my Looking Glass Falls? Get with it! All right, we got a mouthful for you next. You want to do the honors on this one?
Guys, we got Metasequoia, Glyptostroboides, Daweswood Tawny Fleece.
Say it 3 times fast, don't really. Woo. But it's a mouthful. We have sold this one before as Daweswood WB, same plant.
Now, let me tell you why this tree is awesome. Dawn redwoods, they thought they were extinct. They found them years ago, like the 40s, 50s, and they brought some back from this one little valley, and they're like, this plant's awesome. All of our cultivars came from that one collection, except for this. Daweswood Tawny Fleece came from a later collection by the Dawes Arboretum. They planted a bunch from this later collection out there, and we found new genetics that we didn't even know Dawn redwoods could have. Some of them had really elongated foliage. Some of them had bronze coloration that is just out of this world. And then a dwarf mutation happened on the side of one of those that had the long needles and that bronze color. And we get Daweswood Tawny Fleece.
Yeah, Tim and I actually traveled to the Dawes Arboretum just to check out that witch's broom in that tree. Pretty cool, occurring on a tree that already had much longer needles. So it has that longer, fluffier look to it. I think this is a perfect pairing with Sherman's Nordlicht, which is also known as Northern Light. A lot of you guys are growing that in your garden. This one's gonna give you some orange color, even in the spring, not just a fall color on this one. Now, as you can see here, Dawn redwoods are deciduous. They will drop leaves, so don't get afraid when it goes into more fall color in the fall. That's typical for these. They look like evergreen conifers, so we always get a few questions about that. You're gonna love this one though. It brings the color in the conifer garden. That kind of tawny orangey color is amazing on this one. It's a great container plant. Put it out in the ground later. Pairs perfectly with Sherman's Nordic. Now I think not only color-wise, but texture-wise, it looks absolutely amazing with that. Also looks great with Japanese maples if you want something a little different in the collection. This one can go to a little slightly damper spot there in the garden. Absolutely loves Daweswood tawny fleece. Typically smaller plant, you know, in that 4 to 6 foot range, even in 10 years, not a giant. Nice, dense, kind of globular shape to it. All around, this is a top tier plant. Absolutely love it.
I mean, that 4 to 6 foot size and being able to fit in your typical conifer garden, your Japanese maple garden, it gives you a lot of things that are really interesting. One of the other things I love about Dawn Redwoods is they can actually handle a little wetter spot in the location than a Japanese maple. So while it can go in your drier spots in the garden, you can use this to bring that ornamental appeal in those wetter places in the garden to give you that compact, that really unique feel with this long needle that this tree gets and that orange bronze color. Amazing dwarf. You need to get one of these Daweswood tawny fleece for your garden.
Woo. Great looking plant. Grab you one today here on MrMaple.com. All right, you guys ask for this one all the time. It is one of the more popular Japonicums we're doing. We're bringing back Acer Japonicum Indian Summer.
Indian Summer is one of our most popular Acer Japonicums that we list on Mr. Maple. It's got a good medium-sized to large-sized leaf that's a little more elongated. So it gives you a traditional feel of a typical Acer Japonicum in the spring and the summer. It's got a good upright form, but where this tree shines is in the fall. And in the fall, you get patches of green, yellows, oranges, and red across the tree in patches. We're not talking about, you know, on one leaf. We're talking about in patches. So it gives this very unique fall color that I've never seen before on another Acer Japonicum.
All the colors in one. That's why this one was a selection made in Germany. It really lights up that fall garden. It's a fan favorite. It's an employee favorite. People grab this one every fall. Everybody loves this one. Love the Japonicums anyway. You get that red tassel flower. You get all the cool things you love about Japonicums. And just a little something extra extravagant in that fall season.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a fall color planting, you're looking for something for a traditional Japanese garden. If you're looking for something just to rock out in your garden and become a focal point, especially in that fall time, Indian Summer is one that you're sure to love.
Guys, we are bringing the XL to the sale. It is the XL Acer Palmatum horizontalis. This thing is amazing. This is a Ryusen style that originates from Australia. So not a lot of people have this one yet in their collection. Very heat tolerant. Different than Nakakomoto weeping, though it shares some similarities. Wants to be low and wide. Fun one to have in your garden. Horizontalis describes it very well because this one just wants to stay small and wide.
Yeah, I mean, this thing can give you some great fall colors as well. Heavily underrated. And again, not as strong of a weeper as something like Giroshidari, but it definitely gets more of that horizontal spreading out shape to it, which gives it something unique out there in the garden. Give you almost a flat top shape if you have this out there just growing, and it demands attention. It commands attention. This is one that'll give you some awesome size, and with these plus size XL sizes, take advantage of it.
Instant gratification, guys. Coming from Australia, this is a heat tolerant tree. Very durable. I think not a lot of people have this one in their garden. As they find out about this one, it's only going to grow in popularity. Really cool plant. We're excited to offer it to you today on Mr. Maple. Up, right side up. This one came from down under, but we're offering on the right side up. We got a very weeping theme here today. But be excited. We've got a weeping Circinatum, guys. Nothing to cry about. Acer Circinatum, Elias Pacific Waterfall.
Yeah, I mean, Circinatums are indigenous to the Pacific Northwest.
That means they're from there.
They are. They're native to the Pacific Northwest, and Western civilization first found out about Acer Circinatum during the Lewis and Clark expedition. And since then, there's been a lot of cultivars that are happening in the Pacific Northwest, especially ones that may be possible hybrids with Japanese maples. They're close cousins. Acer Circinatum is as closely related to Acer Japonicum and Palmatum as, say, the Shirasawanums or the Siboldianums. And they're amazing. They can get some yellows, oranges, and reds in the fall. This particular one has your traditional Acer Circinatum leaf, so it's rounded, almost like a full moon Japanese maple, but it has a heavily cascading habit, and it's the first of its kind.
That may be weeping, but it's going to make you happy whether you have it in the container or the garden. You're going to love having this different texture to a pendulous style plant. Absolutely love it. Grab you an Elias Pacific Waterfall today. All right, y'all, we got a cool one here. We've got Acer Palmatum, Alpine Sunrise, part of that Bob McCaffrey series. A lot of his Catholic names are really known for that series. Probably one of the more popular ones from Bob.
Yeah, I mean, Bob had Alpine Nursery, and so Alpine Sunrise is a play off of his nursery name. You get a really nice shade of red on this, cherry red in the spring to maroon. It stays fairly narrow and compact in its shape, fits in small places in the garden, think Shayna, but a little more narrow overall, but a little more cherry red in the spring as well. A very unusual, unique dwarf red Japanese maple to have in your garden.
That picked up red's going to pair with a lot of things really nicely. Give you a different color broom. Looks great in the conifer garden or the small maple garden. Actually fits in really well with the Makawa garden as well if you guys are collecting. It's a great way to add some red to the landscape that doesn't get too big.
Yeah, I'd grab you one today.
All right, guy in the comments saying these aren't on the website yet. They air at 10 a.m. Eastern today on Mr. Maple. Videos always come out at 9, but just to let you know, these trees will be dropping at 10 a.m. Eastern. So if you're on the West Coast, plan accordingly, guys. These will be on at MrMaple.com at 10 a.m.
Now, before we keep going, we've got other things we have happening here at Mr. Maple. Y'all, make sure you follow us on your favorite podcast platform. We've got a podcast we air weekly on the Mr. Maple Show on your favorite podcast platform, whether it's Spotify, Apple Music. You can find us, and guys, you're going to find some amazing podcasts. You can go check out some of our old podcasts all the way to the new. You know, we're approaching almost 200 somewhere around there.
Podcast's been blowing up lately.
Yeah, so a lot of interesting things going on there. And we've got our eBay page, which is MrMaple.com/eBay, and that takes you to the Maple Mafia, where we do weekly listings of rare and interesting plants in one number each that you can find that are getting listed. Guys, check that out as well.
We've been doing that by request. A lot of you guys, some things go for more on there, but a lot of people like to skip the line, get to things early. It's a great way to find things early. Let's show you some of these amazing 3 gallons we got. We brought in some big boys of Hub's Red Willow. This is Acer Palmatum Hub's Red Willow. This is a Linear that's going to give you a great gardening aesthetic. Gives you that Asian gardening aesthetic with that bamboo style foliage. Absolutely exquisite. I love the darker bark on this one with the dark cherry red foliage. Really a beautiful tree. Makes it more of a small dome shape to it. Tends to fill out to a really nice head always. It kind of have that nice rounded dome to it. Absolutely love Hub's Red Willow. Super underrated plant.
Yeah, I mean, this selection by Red Maple Nurseries, named after Hub, H-U-B-B', is really beautiful. We've got a gorgeous specimen at Buckholtz Nursery, and that's one of the reasons why we have to offer this so frequently, is because people see it as you're entering the gate at Buckholtz. It commands attention. I mean, you put this out there paired fairly closely to that Chamaecyparis baby blue ice, and you have a contrast on the color, contrast on the texture, the bamboo aesthetic that Hub's Red Willow gives you out there with those linear strap-like leaves really is something interesting texturally. And because of that, it's something that can add a lot to your garden as well. Think about pairing this out there with blues, but also think about pairing it out there with yellows. Something like that Dragon Master that was on today's Senate 10 as well would be a great companion plant out there with maybe a blue conifer like baby blue ice to really grab your attention. Very
heat tolerant as well. This one's done great in the south. Some great looking 3 gallons, guys. Some instant gratification sizes. Absolutely love being able to offer more sizes for you guys. These are going to be popular just because of that size. A lot of people have this in ones, but here's a chance to pick it up in something a little bit larger, shipped directly to your doorstep.
Guys, next up, we've got Acer Palmatum Winter Red. This is a coral bark selection by Foxborough Nurseries in Maryland, and it has a really nice shade of red to that bark that gives you a really nice winter interest in the winter landscape.
Something for that winter time, guys. I love it. It glows in the winter. It actually gets a brighter red during those winter months. This one's going to leaf out green with a little bit of a red border to it. Golden yellow fall color. Mid-sized, awesome for that as well. But really where this one steals the show is in that winter landscape. It's one of the brighter red coral barks. You're absolutely going to love it for that. It's almost a pink-red color. Really stands out in the landscape, and it really brings the eye in. I like to plant this with a backdrop. So I like to plant my coral barks with a little bit of a either conifer backdrop or like a shed or a home, so you can really exaggerate that color. Really makes it glow in that winter landscape, and it makes a great palette for it. You can plant it out in the open and it'll absolutely glow, but I like having something behind it to add that depth for contrast with the color.
Yeah, whenever you have, it's that depth that gives you, when you give the background to one of these coral barks, where it really gives contrast to that bark and allows it to show off and shine. The winter landscape, these coral barks are amazing. Guys, they're going to give you a green summery fill during the spring and the summer, give you amazing yellow fall color. Often the coral barks can be one of the most consistent yellow colors out there in the Japanese maple landscape. So if you're looking for some yellow for that fall, they really steal the show in the fall with that yellow fall color.
Winter red, one of the best coming at you today in some nice size 2 gallons. All right, y'all, this one's going to be the gem of your garden. It's going to be the jewel. What do we got next, Tim?
Man, we got Lileeane's Jewel. This is one of the showiest, flashiest Japanese maples out there in the garden. It's going to give you a beautiful elegance, but in a natural way. And it's going to grab your attention and anyone's attention who visits your garden. It has red leaves in the early spring that are cherry red with Matsumoto leaves. So they're a little more elongated. And then you get pink and white variegation on that. guys, this one steals the show.
You're going to like this one if you like flashy, if you like pink, if you like red. This one is extravagant. I think if you hate variegated plants, this one might do you in. This might be the end. So be careful. If you hate variegated plants, this one might not be the plant for you.
I don't know. It may be just so beautiful that you love it still.
It will convert the haters. This one is amazing. Yeah, if you hate this one, you're going to end up loving it by the end of it. Small, round shape to it. Absolutely love it. Guys, this one typically 6 foot, more of a dome shape to it, thick and full. The best pink on red variegation. It doesn't revert. Very great retention on that color. I've had very little reversion on this one ever. Absolutely an amazing plant. And the colors on this one just keep coming. That pink on red is something so special. I think it's one of the very best Japanese maples ever named.
Now, if you grow this tree in more shade, you may get some green, but it's still gonna have some pink and white variegation in it as well. And when fall hits, you get some bright, intense shades of crimsons to scarlets, mixed with some variegation on the side. It is a showstopper spring, summer, and fall. 6 to 8 foot in 10 years. It fits in many people's gardens with a unique upright semi-pendulous habit that's going to give you a very unique texture, a very unique shape. And guys, this is one you're going to love because it continues to put on a show. I mean, this is 10 of our 20 trees we're getting listed today.
Wait, is there more?
There's 10 extra ones. If you sign up for the email on MrMaple.com, you can figure out the secret 10. They're getting listed at 10 a.m. Guys,
if you're not on that email, you're not gonna know what the other 10 is.
So you better get in that email.
You're going to know what the other secret 10 are. Sometimes there's some heaters we leave hidden in that email, not even in the video.
I will tell you, there's definitely some super hit plants in those other 10 because we're bringing conifers, we're bringing azaleas, some other rare plants too in that secret 10 that you're definitely gonna love.
All right, guys, we hope to see you April 11th. That's gonna be here at Mr. Maple for our spring open house. That's gonna be from 8 to 4. We got a food truck. Make plans to be here. It's gonna be a great time to pick up your spring and winter orders here. We're shipping daily, so let us know if you need to hold till a later time in the season, but we're shipping these out all the time, getting these beauties out right to your doorstep. And yeah, I hope to see some people April 11th. That's always a fun time for me.
And spring is just around the corner. So now's the time to get those plants, to get that spring garden in a good shape. And these 10 at 10s, you're gonna find some amazing plants to really spice up your spring garden.
You gotta get this Lileeane's Jewel now so you can own the neighborhood all summer, all spring, all fall. Your neighbors are gonna wanna come over and look at these. Some amazing plants today on the 10 at 10. Don't miss out. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We really appreciate you guys subscribing to the Mr. Maple Show.
Take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.